Ellen, and I'm 22 years old and currently in college in Florida. I'm here to tell you that it gets better. When I was 8 years old, I was sexually abused by a man I considered to be my grandfather at the time. And I carried that with me up until just recently, actually, when he died. And then when I was 11, I was placed into foster care, and I spent the rest of my time going from one foster home to the next. I was in approximately 10 foster homes and group homes from the age of 11 to 18. During that time, I knew that I was a lesbian, and it's kind of hard. I didn't tell anybody. I was very closeted, but I did have friends suspect that I was. And when I was about 15, they were picking on me at school about being homosexual, even though I had not come out, and I denied it the whole time. I denied it. And then on top of that, I had to endure some verbal abuse with my foster parents, almost a 24/7 basis, and also my caseworker. And at the time, it became so bad that I was cutting myself. At one point, it got bad enough where I did try and commit suicide. I did not succeed. I survived. But I did make an incision where I almost did die. I could have, but I didn't. Then when I was 18 and finally on my own, I found my mom and dad, and shortly after that, my dad took off. He wanted nothing to do with us. And I ended up having surgery on my throat. And then my landlord kicked me out. So the whole summer between my junior and senior year, and at the beginning of my senior year, I was homeless. But I did get to graduate with my class, with a lot of hard work. And that was one of the things I was told I would never be able to do. I wasn't smart enough, but I did it. And then a little over a year ago, I was involved in an extremely abusive relationship. My partner at the time, my girlfriend, she was verbally abusive. She would not let me leave the house, and she tried to rape me and kill me numerous times. And I really wanted to die. It was unbearable, and I had always told myself that wasn't going to be me, and it was. Then in September, I finally got up enough money, because she finally got tired of me, and I was able to get up and get a small job, but I wasn't able to talk to anybody. And with the job, I saved up enough money to come back home to Pensacola. Well, the only family I had here was my little sister, who had just gotten out of foster care, but I was not able to stay with her. So from about September to April of this year, I was homeless. I spent sometimes a week, sometimes months at a time, bouncing from someone's couch to the next or a floor. At one point, I was living with my sister's friend's family, and it was so bad. I would buy food and they would eat it. I wasn't eating properly. I was hardly drinking anything, and the only way I was able to stay in the house was if I watched their kids, and I cooked for them, and they had to eat before me. But in April, I found a place for me and my mom and my dad and my sister, and everything was great. We had to endure some abuse from my dad, but he finally left in June, and everything it gets better. It really does. I am now in college studying criminal justice. I'm writing a book. I am trying to become an FBI agent, and also a life coach is one of my goals. And I have my mother and my sister who are both completely supportive of my lifestyle. And it gets better. It really does. And I know it's hard at the moment, but believe me, it gets better. And it gets better. So just hang in there, and remember, there are people out there who care about you, who want you to succeed. You might not know who they are personally, but they are out there. They want you to succeed, and I am one of them. So do your best, and it gets better. Light and love, peace and blessings. Bye.